Peace. So my man Sherm said we should switch seats and stuff like that, so we're going to rotate real quick. You know what I'm saying?
I just wanted your seat.
Right. Nice try, buddy. Nice try. So look, I know nobody's in just yet, and that's going to be a second. So do me a solid once you guys get in. I normally don't do Mondays, but this is a special occasion, so we had to do it. I normally don't do YouTube, but it's a special occasion, so I had to do YouTube. And so what I'm going to do, and I need y'all help with doing, is sharing the link. So, peace. My name's Substantial. That's my man right here, Sherm.
What up?
You know what I mean? Sherm is actually a lifelong friend, a barber, all-around dope guy, all that good stuff. So, peace to the brother who just popped up. I'm going to try to bring the video up on my end so I can see if I can type in stuff from this side of things. But this is going to be a cool little experiment, I guess, because what's happening right now is we're celebrating this right here, man. So today is the 10-year anniversary of Sacrifice. So, you know, first let's start out by thanking everybody that made it possible to get this pressed up. Shout out to all of y'all, and thank you. So do me a solid, man, and make sure you share this link with as many folks as possible, so that way we can get the word out and make this a fun experience. Because what we're doing today, we're going to do a live commentary of the album Sacrifice. I'm going to give you guys some background on the songs and different things. When this is all said and done, I'm going to link you guys to something already, man. Time flies. Love the music. So, hey, man, thank you, Lucas. I appreciate it. Mo, shout out to you as well. And so I'm going to try to catch the comments up here. That's what's up, Keith. Peace. We got Woodbridge up in here. VA. All right. All right, so let me do this real fast. So give me 1 second, and I'm going to share this link on my end. And do me a solid, make sure you guys do the same if you don't mind. All right? Boom, there we go.
YouTube to do that?
Yeah, you can go on YouTube and share the link. So there's a special reason that this brother here is with me right now too, man. And I'm gonna give you that in a second. Let's see, a couple more comments. Says word up, Stan. Happy anniversary for one hell of a wow. Thank you, Barry. I appreciate it, man. All right. Thank you, Art by Atlas. I appreciate it. So look, so let's get into it. So I got Sacrifice up here on Spotify. So we're gonna go through and play it. So for those of you who don't know, this right here is the vinyl version of Sacrifice. Sacrifice has never been on vinyl. It's officially on vinyl now. It's 180 gram vinyl, so it's the heavy vinyl. Got a little weight to it. New back cover, which wasn't originally on the CD. Sherm, can you pass me that CD right there? Yeah. And so yeah, so that we still got CD versions available. Not many of these still around. That's what the old back cover looked like. Looks a little suspect, right? Some people had an issue with the back cover. They ain't like that back in the most people don't catch it. This dude's face is priceless right
to that. Oh my God.
Hey, yo, so I'm gonna scoot over so you can get in the picture a little better.
Oh my God.
It's
I'm told I never paid any attention.
Right. So look, so we got our little ones hanging out in the other room. So we might get an interruption 04, 05 while we do this. But it's all shout out to Olu hanging in the background. All right, and so yeah, man, let's get into it. We're gonna play these tunes, and while we playing the tunes, I'm gonna go ahead and start sharing information about the songs. All right, so let me let this thing get situated up here, because we don't want the music, we don't want the joint feeding back in a sec. So all right, bet here we go. Y'all ready? Let's get it. All right. Hold on 1 sec. Hold tight. Got the joint situated. I'm trying to shut the volume down up here. So look, check it out. A couple of your comments I won't be able to respond to right away, but I'm gonna try to get you during the process. All right. So here we go. And Sherm is gonna be able to throw some feedback into it. So just to let y'all know about my man Shamark. Shamark is a music connoisseur. Like this dude. Like a lot of the stuff that you see me talking about online, different artists that I'm rocking with and stuff, a lot of them he hit me to. You know, from, I mean, the list goes on. I could list a whole bunch of people. I ain't gonna waste time with that. But yeah, man. So when I make new music, he's usually one of the first people I play it for. So this brother is probably, he's heard the different versions of Sacrifice and stuff like that, and probably heard the final product before most people, with the exception of me and the other people who I worked on it with. And then we got a funny story to share about it as well. So let's get into it. So I'm not gonna play full songs, just pieces, and then we'll talk about it.
That's unfortunate for you guys.
Right.
Oh, let me put a hat on this.
Right.
Let me put a hat on my curls right fast.
Sacrifice. Sacrifice
So Pete,
now, sacrifice tomorrow, sacrifice
this intro,
forever.
the intro was actually the last track, right? The last track that we put together for the album. So it's funny that the first song on the album was actually the last one to be made, right? So there's that. But then the other thing, hold on real quick. Favorite donut flavor. I really don't have a favorite donut flavor. Random question, but yeah.
It might be something about Dilla.
Oh, right. I don't know if that was a Dilla question. You know, but yeah, I don't have a favorite donut flavor. I'm lying. I do like crullers. What are they, crullers? I like
them joints.
the little wrinkly.
They kind of twist. Yeah, them things make your stomach hurt, man.
He's a hater. You know what I'm saying? I don't do them in large doses, but yeah. This is so insane, man. Yeah, real one. We here. So look. So the intro was the last track that was done. It was produced by my man Algorithm. It had a couple of samples, some of which you might recognize, so on and so forth. One of my favorite rappers live streaming. Hey man, I tried. Yeah, so that was the intro. Not a whole long, elaborate story for that. But let's get into arguably one of my favorite songs on the album. Shout out to my brother Burns.
Just gotta let it go. I can't hold back, I gotta let it go. Held on for too long, I gotta let it go. If I don't find my way, then I'll never know who I am.
Absolutely. All right, peace, man.
Releasing all the shit I've been holding it lately.
So I'm gonna let a couple bars play and then we'll talk about how the song came about.
I've been dwelling on this fact, discovering new ways to keep my sanity intact. I can't get back to carefree living, rents 13 plus a month where we living. Kids right now is a scary vision. With my income support, I barely give them. Afraid at times, but strength's rarely missing. I crave the shine, although every prison.
So Pete, so this song right here, Let It Go, was produced by my homie Burns. Burns and I,
on there too, right?
Not on this joint, yeah, it's just straight me on this one. But it was produced by the brother Burns. Burns and I actually worked on a full project together that y'all can check out. This song is one of the best intro, man. Thank you. Wow, one of the best intro songs for a hip hop album ever. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. So yeah, man, it was like, you know, it was a fun joint to rock. Right or whatever says love for him, Jersey. Hey, that's what's up. I appreciate the love. So Pete, it was a hard joint to write because it was so personal. But I knew it was something special when I finished it. But like I sent it to Tone Deaf. Oh wow, that and spilled milk. Thank you. So I sent it to the homie Tone Deaf. And Tone, when he heard it, he hit me back. He was like, man, that was probably one of your best vocal performances ever. And that meant a lot to me, you know what I mean? But it said, some reason Sacrifice was off iTunes. Yeah, so Pete, so I'm gonna tell you what happened with that. I'll just get the vinyl, that's what's up, I appreciate it. Let me see, peace, Merry Holiday, that's what's up, same to you, fam. All right, so look, so Pete, so the reason why it was off iTunes for a minute is because it switched distribution. So a lot of my older material, I recently gained ownership back for a lot of my older material where I wasn't handling distribution myself. So I arranged that toward the middle or end of last year, and so that's why I came off iTunes for a minute, and then we, you know, put it back up. But yeah, so that's what all that was about when all the albums disappeared for a quick sec. But yeah, man, it was a like, hands down, that song is probably like my top 3 favorite songs from Sacrifice. But I got my man Sean here, so I ain't trying to talk y'all to death with everything, because I want some outside perspective too. Like when you first heard it, you know what I mean? What were your, I mean, as someone who's heard like all the different stages of my career, you know what I mean? Like, what were your thoughts?
I would say between, well, starting here and leading into like this is the beginning of, I guess magnum opus is usually when you're talking about one piece of work, but I think your magnum opus is from this album to the present, and like this, like it. I just remember around the time when you were making this album, it was a lot going on with within your life. So like everything that happened with this album, like from the song choice to how you design the cover and everything, it was all like, this album to me is more than an album, because you know, being that I got to sit with you making it, it kind of came off more as therapy during that time when you were making it, because it was, I can't remember everything that was going on because my short-term memory has been affected.
Right.
So,
this guy right
but
here.
I do remember it was a lot going on at the time.
It was. It was, man. So for those of you who don't know, a couple of like little nuggets about Sacrifice. So Sacrifice, originally I started making Sacrifice with Nujabes, rest in peace. And so like there was almost half an album worth of songs done for Sacrifice originally with Nujabes, before I pulled the plug and stepped away from Hideout to finish it on my own. Growing up with Tribe, that jazzy flavor, a couple of lyrics and flow. Damn, appreciate it, man. Yeah, so that's what's up. I appreciate the love. So Pete, so like, you know, there was a transition from being with Hideout to working on this record on my own. The album took 7 years almost 7 years to make. So it was a lot that I experienced in that period of time. So this next track, That Damn Good, it's a track where I had a lot of fun making. And it's actually produced by the homie Algorithm from the Stuyvesants. So I'm gonna play.
It just feels like I was here for every piece of this song for some reason. This was your first video, right?
Yeah, it was Splice. Yeah. The remix of this with Fresh Daily. Shout out to Fresh Daily.
Oh, hey, go look up that video too right now. Crazy.
My man said it slaps even on the shittiest car system. Hey, I appreciate that. How did you discover hone your individual rap style? Okay.
Sacrifice is the album that's on right now.
Yeah, that's what we're listening to. Yeah. So for those of you who don't know what this video is about, if you didn't read the title, this we're celebrating the 10-year anniversary of this album, Sacrifice. This is my second album. I know some of the hardcore fans who've been listening to me for years, they know this project well. Some of the people who are kind of more familiar with the Nujabes stuff I've done don't really know some of my solo material as well, right? But anyway, what was I gonna say? You and Fresh killed this joint. Yeah, man, the remix is one of my favorite joints that we did. So just so y'all know, for those of y'all who getting in a little late, this is my brother Shamark right here. Me and this guy have been friends since we were in 5th grade, right? And so he knows my music. Out of my personal circle, he probably knows my music better than anyone else. So I told him what I was doing tonight. He was like, oh man, I'm coming through.
Had to be.
Yeah. So shout out to Algorithm for producing this joint. I think we're gonna keep it moving though, you know what I mean? We're gonna go ahead and fade that joint, go to the next one, you know what I mean? And just a quick reminder for those of you who already were familiar with this album, yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. Rest in peace, Nujabes. Those of you who never really had a chance to sit with this album and stuff, you know, take a chance to rock with it. For those of you who very familiar with the album, you'd be happy to know in case you missed the announcement. It's now on 12-inch vinyl. You know what I mean? Got the whole vinyl right now. And yeah, so get this. Hold on. I might have to bring it up over here. Cool. I missed that last message, so let me bring it up real fast. So
before you play this next song, though,
yeah.
If you like lyricism and you like awkward cadences over beats that most people would be like, what I'm gonna do with that? This next song is the song for you.
Right.
Bodies this joint.
I appreciate it, man.
I can remember the first, like when you played the beat for me, I'm like yeah, it bangs, but what, like, where are you gonna fit? Like, what are you gonna ride there?
I'm reading the comments.
Oh, the shampoo joint.
Yeah. Oh, that's what's up, real one. Man, I appreciate it, man. Thank you. This bumper think different, heavy as fuck. Yeah, man, 10 years. Yeah, wow. Yeah, it's been a minute. Still gotta buy your Oh yeah, Odyssey. Shout out to the homie Odyssey as well. Been lunching. I can tell you from the
Oh,
area.
you must be from there.
From the area.
Yeah. You from around the way, cool.
Right. Alright, cool. I figured out the little volume situation now, so we should be good. Alright, here we go. So it's back into it. So this next track that he was just leading us into is called Chain Reaction.
Who produced?
Down and Links. Down and Links produced this one.
Okay.
Down and Links is a brother who worked with Fresh Daily real heavy on his first album.
SOS did do something on this, right?
On
or
this
am I
album?
tripping?
No, we had something on some of the Q and 5 joints, and then
Oh,
this
okay.
yeah.
Smash, have fun, chain reaction, jump, move, kick, scream, wild out, mean, break, smash, have fun, chain reaction.
This used to be a lot of fun to do live.
Strap yourself in once the rapping begin. You can start packing and I'ma
Go, burn,
watch them drop, them got them rockin', poppin', lockin', close I open the wide, the close that I write. Have you hoping I die? Got you hoping to die? Let's go for a ride. Sky
from the dope I provide.
And he does not. That was a lie.
Right.
Unless you're just talking about music.
Right. High off life. This dude knows I don't smoke at all. I'm sorry to disappoint you. Sorry. Intro piece, man. Looking forward to us doing that work, brother. I have no idea what to do with this shit.
Right. See what I told you?
Yeah. This was so much like when we do this live, it kill every time, you know? Are you making the face yet? Drop that first round, we'll get this replacement. Album finally here, you impatient. You wanted this so bad.
Do you ever think about re-releasing the Make the Face mixtape, man?
I think about it a lot, actually. You know, might just have to do that. I'm pretty sure a lot of them don't even know.
Don't even know what that is. Like, what is that?
I pronounce this deep-bodied as fuck. I appreciate it. Good looking, yo.
Like, this is one of those instrumentals. Like, if you play it butt naked, it's like,
yeah.
I'm like, what? Okay.
So what's important to kind of people, whatever, with this track, like, if you listen, these singing vocals start to creep into it, right? And that's my homie Tone Deaf. Shout out to him for adding vocals. And then he put this little Prince-like style of singing. Shout out to Tone Deaf, genius bastard. Make sure y'all support Tone as well, man. He just released an amazing movie that he directed himself. It's super dope. Oh, it's on the way, Barry. I got you, man. I got a whole bunch of orders going out this week, actually. Boxes and boxes all around this joint, you know. From your soul, something cold is Cuban is prime. Sell out, I'm doing just fine. Reminds me of Outkast, Morris Brown. Yeah, hey, wow. So Pete, fun fact for you. So I'm gonna fade this joint. So look, when the funny thing is, right, even though people kind of expect a certain sound from me, like in terms of like the type of beats, like I really wanted to kind of play with and experiment with. Like I was listening to Outkast when they were experimenting real heavy, and I love the beats they were rhyming to because it was a challenge. You know what I mean? As somebody who's been rapping, I've been rapping since I wrote my first rhyme when I was 10. So like it gets boring sometimes rhyming over the same time signatures and all of these different things. And the way I develop my rhymes, I scat. You know what I mean? And record the scatting sometimes. You know. And it was just a challenge, man. So like I love beats that are a little more adventurous. You know.
This is probably one of my favorite songs because this is the first video I was ever in.
Right.
Not that I'm anybody, but I was in a fucking rap video. Oh, can I curse?
Yeah, you can curse. It's okay. It's all right. Right.
And this was at a real person's house. It was a real life house party. This shit was fun as hell.
Yeah, we had a ball. Yeah,
And that's what we did, for real. Moved all the furniture in the back room.
Right. So Chaz, yeah, so I mentioned scatting, right? Like, so I get a beat or something like this, and I just basically, and I would like literally go in and I record myself doing that, and then go back and like revamp the lyrics afterwards. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. So yeah, he meant scat. Yeah, I mean, you know, potato, tomato, tomato. So yeah, a couple quick points about this song, right? So this was produced by the homie Pharaoh Navi. Shout out to him. Haven't talked to him in years, so I'm not sure what he's up to these days, but he's a really dope producer. But this song, right? This was mixed. I don't want to say my man's name wrong. Oh my God. What's the brother's name? Damn, I gotta look it up. There was this crew called Death in the Family, right? And the brother who mixed it was the main producer and engineer for Death in the Family. And so yeah, exactly, Barry. So Pete, that's what's up, Ice Killer, man. I appreciate you for joining us. So
Barry must be from overseas.
Yeah.
Proper.
Yeah.
Old school kid in place.
Oh no, he's from the UK. Yeah. And so Pete, so like the brother that mixed this track, he's actually the dude that produced a really popular iTunes commercial back in the day. There was an iTunes commercial where the dude's beatboxing, and it was when they used to do those white silhouettes with the color backgrounds and stuff like that. That beatbox commercial was produced by the same dude who mixed this song. And the funny thing is, when you heard that beatbox commercial, the dude beatboxing was my homie Baba Israel, right? And so now his was really crazy about this. This is story time, right? What's crazy about it is, Josh, that's my man's name, and the guy who mixed it. So my man Josh hits me up because he knew that I knew Baba Israel, and Baba Israel was trying to sue him for using his beatbox for the iTunes commercial. And basically because Baba had put out like this little project where it was like him beatboxing, and it was like a giveaway for producers to use, and then dude made that with it, and that's a huge deal. And
so it's like, oh, you got bread off of it, I need some of that bread.
I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna need that bread. Right. So yeah, man. Hey, peace, Bison. What's going on? Legit my favorite rapper. Much love and love. Hey man, thank you so much. I appreciate the love, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. We're gonna keep skipping so we can make this oh, hold on. Skip to the wrong song, wrong album. Haha.
What happened?
I think it went back to shuffle. So hold on. Let me go to the end of this song. Cause shout out to Mike Tyson real quick. Alright.
I sacrificed so much of my life. Can I at least get laid? You know what I mean? I've been robbed of most of my money. Can I at least get a blowjob?
Yo, Mike Tyson, one of my favorite people. It's just like you never know what you're gonna get, and I like that. Keeps you on your toes. So this song, hands down, the filthiest song I've ever made. Like, I'm probably not gonna play the whole thing with me alone in the room with this guy. Right? Right. But so look, another fun. Oh, so shout out to Algorithm. Algorithm produced this. For those of y'all who don't know, Algorithm is a producer I've worked with almost my whole career. He's had production on every solo album I've done, with the exception of my first solo album with Nujabes, right? And DJ Dextream as well. Rest in peace to them both. And so anyway, so the funny thing about this track, right? This track wasn't necessarily one of the more popular tracks on the album, but like for my live shows, like when I was living in New York, this was one of my most popular tracks to perform live. But it didn't translate, I guess, as well to the recording, you know what I mean? But like, they used to do this, there was this live event, because I used to perform at hip hop events, and then I would go to poetry spots too and do my stuff a cappella. And so what happened was, I went to, what's it called? What was it? There was a spot in NY that used to have this event called Urban Erotica. Shout out to Mo Beasley and the whole fam up there. And so, yo, they would do, it was basically all erotic poetry. You know what I mean? So I would get up there and I would spit, you could get it, like a cappella, and that joint would kill. And I'd do it at other live events, a lot of poetry spots, I'd rock it a cappella, and it would do great live. It just translated really well live. But you know, it's one of those songs that when I hear the album, it's probably one of the only tracks on there I wish I could get a do-over. Like if I could do it again, I'd definitely revamp it. Yeah. Because it's too long. Like it's one of those, like it's a...
Oh wow, I never knew.
Yeah.
It's 6 minutes long.
It's an interlude connected to it. That's why it's 6 minutes, but it's a 5-minute plus song.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's a really long song. So, but shout out to Algorithm because that beat is crazy. When I heard it, it sounded like, you know, it sounded like 70s porn music. So I was like, yes, I want that track. Yeah, yeah, I'm a dirtbag. I'm sorry. So anyway, and following this is an interlude called This Instrument. And this is another track I wish I could get a do-over on. Like if I could do it all again. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna pause it because I want to read what you said. All of the people who have any disabilities or diseases like MS or cancer, or that as black is just the karma from the... Wow. Okay. All right. Shout out to you and your hate.
Wow.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Right. So yeah.
All of the people who have disabilities or diseases like MS or cancer.
So wait for it. Hold on.
No. Wait. Don't promise.
Hide user from your channel.
Oh, yeah. That's good.
Yep, and you're gone. Look at that. Because we don't do hate up in here. It's too much love in this room to be wasting time on haters, man. Y'all gonna learn that real quick about me.
This man just logged on to this to do that.
Yeah. So look, I don't do all of those, like I don't do the clowns, yo. So yeah, hit the band hammer, stand done.
Like you had to type stuff. Like you had to go on your computer and do stuff just to hate.
So look, so just by rule of thumb, so y'all know, y'all ain't ever gotta worry about that. I shut that shit down real quick and we gonna keep it moving. It's far too much love to hate, you know what I mean? So we gonna keep it moving. Alright, so back to the music. And yeah. So what was I saying? Hate. Right. Yo, it's like I almost feel sad for people like that, man. It's ridiculous. But anyway, so this is definitely
do-over.
So this is definitely another track that I wish I could have a do-over on. And what I mean by that is the beat is so dope. Every time I listen to it, I'm like, why the hell did I not rap to this song?
Wouldn't look, they wouldn't be interested. They're too complacent,
indifferent,
and insulated. I can only reply.
One of the most critical reviews I got of the album. That's one of the.
Why didn't you spit over
Yeah,
this?
they said that. I was like, you're right. I can't even be mad at you.
They are right. What have they got to lose?
It's rare that I ever hear an instrumental on a rapper's album. And I'm like, I'm glad he didn't rap over that.
Right.
We will soon see that the whole struggle is lost. This instrument can teach. It can illuminate, and yes, it can even inspire. But it can do so only to the extent that humans are determined to use it towards those ends.
Thank you. By the way, you coming to NY. So let me pause it for a second. Mo, to answer your question, I'm pretty sure I'll be up in NY at some point in time this year. I frequent NY. Like I get up there pretty often because I got family and a lot of old friends up there. So I'll definitely be back in NY at some point to do a show, hopefully. But you know, I'm kind of at a point these days where it's like I'm really not like pressing. Like I hit up people I know to try to do a show, or I hit up venues directly. But like truthfully, if they try to make me kind of jump through too many hoops to make it happen, and I really just feel like it ain't worth it, then I don't. It's like I'm not trying to force myself on anyone. I definitely want to do it for y'all, but it's just like some people make the process far more complicated than it needs to be. You know what I mean? Sorry, man. I have to say your name tattooed. Wow, you got substantial on your back in real life. That's what's up. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate it. I hope it ain't just because of me. I think I'm okay. I don't know if I'm that cool, but thank you. I appreciate the love. So anyway, we're going to get into this track. This is probably one of the most popular, if not the most popular track from the album. Mighty Definition. Shout out to my brother Definition. He was my drummer when we were touring.
MCs can clamps the beat so acapella.
And I would say
Steph, man.
the industry should be ashamed of itself for not making this song and putting it on a commercial soundtrack or something.
And there's no samples in this song. It's all live instrumentation.
Pop culture,
10 years, y'all. 10 years.
And up they pocket, some really thought they stopped it. Then called it the bad, or to the bad. When you listen all with your life, son is a trip, and you live people.
Whenever I hear this song, it sounds like the song that should be on the soundtrack to hip hop.
Wow.
Like this should be on the hip hop
That's a
soundtrack.
whole other song. The subject.
Appreciate it, man.
HOP, man, I love it. It consists of 4 elements.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Didn't know that till man, what the hell you rhyming for? There's breaking and rapping, DJ.
Appreciate the love, y'all.
I add, don't be boxing.
We should do a live performance of this for the 10-year anniversary. You know what, Keith?
It's crucial.
That's a great idea.
You
know what I mean?
That's why
I think we just need to figure. The question I have for y'all is like, if I do it, like where to do it at, right? Like, because I like to do it in the DMV, and maybe I do it on like a Friday or Saturday, and make it an event big enough where y'all are, or at least nice enough where y'all be willing to travel to check it out. You know what I mean? And so we can do something like we do the live show one day, maybe do a meet and greet on another day. You know what I mean? Where I can play some music that I'm working on or whatever in another venue. A lot of things.
Do it right now on stream.
I see what you're trying to make happen. I see what you're doing right now.
Yeah, I like that one. Go. This sounds like New York. Something real cool. That one right there. That's
The
a
whole
cool
beat
copy.
flow makes me think of
Yeah.
wow, that's what's up. Discovered your music, we'll crank this when I first heard it. Seeds bumps too. Thank you, Tony. Appreciate the love. Alright. Give any advice to upcoming rappers? What advice would you give? We turn the music down a little bit for that. So gotta follow them. I see what you did there. I see what you did there. So yeah, man, I would say, look, and not to give generic advice, but I think like the biggest thing for anybody who's aspiring to do any type of craft, right, is consistency, man. Like once you decide that this is the path that you're willing to walk, you should be a lifetime student. You should be constantly trying to grow, constantly studying your craft, studying the greats, like trying to learn from those you interact with. Consistently get out there. Don't just do it online, but like, yo, if there's like actual ciphers, there's actual places that's doing live hip hop that you can be a part of that. So you can hone different parts of your craft and skill, do it. But the most important thing is once you pick it up, just be consistent and understand that like it's not always gonna be like great like moments where like every day or whatever you're selling records, every day you're doing live shows. I mean, yo, it's gonna be some hate sometimes, like we just saw. It's gonna be some, you know, it's gonna be driving 15 hours for a show just for the person to short you on money, and then you still got 15 hours to drive back and 6 people to pay. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, yo, like that's happened. You know what I mean? It's gonna be flying to foreign countries or whatever and trying to bring your merchandise and just for it to get confiscated and you can't sell it. You know what I mean? And yeah, bro, like it's gonna be challenges. There are gonna be some things that happen that's gonna make you question if you should even keep doing this. But the thing is, you gotta remember that you love it, and if you seriously love it, you gotta be willing to push through that, and you can't be scared to fail. You know what I mean? Most important part about any process is growth, and understand that growth comes during discomfort. Like oftentimes when you're growing or whatever, you are uncomfortable. And so that's a natural thing. It happens all through life. So you keep pushing forward, keep bettering yourself, dedicate yourself to your craft, study the greats, so on and so forth. Repeat cycle.
Got an addition.
Oh, my man
also,
Sherm got an addition.
Never produce art in the search of revenue. Get paid for your art because it is worth being paid for, not because you made it to get paid. To get paid because you made it. If you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, and don't do stuff out of desperation. Sometimes when things get financially hard, you find yourself saying yes to things you normally wouldn't or whatever just to get a check. And you don't want to sacrifice sacrifice. Like whenever we say the word, we're like, you don't want to sacrifice your integrity. You know what I mean?
Pee Wee Herman.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Look, Little Pee Wee Herman shout out, you know. But yeah, and someone else put no plan B, just continuation of A. I mean, look, so Pete, it's like with the plan B thing. The funny thing is, right? Like I didn't go into rap with a plan B per se. I always knew I was gonna do music. I always knew I was gonna do art in some way, shape, or form, and I just figured a way to make them work together. And then when I was in high school, I started getting interested in doing community work too. And so like for most of my life, I knew I was gonna do those different things. But the dopest part about all of that is the music has allowed me to do all of those things, but in the way I wanted to do it. So I never had to sacrifice my integrity to make certain things happen. And these big opportunities I got a lot of times didn't happen because I was out there seeking them. I was putting in work and people saw me working and then they just stepped to me and gave me the opportunity.
You never have to force art on people. They'll find it if it's good.
Yeah, absolutely, real one, absolutely. And don't settle, just do. Don't be afraid to be. Absolutely. So let's get into
like this real one guy.
Yeah, real one's all right.
All right, guy there. Yeah.
You a real one, real one. See what I did there?
Oh, stop it. Stop this right now. Body bags.
Right.
Body bags. Go get some. Before this even starts, go get some body bags.
Right. So yeah, this is definitely one of the harder tracks on it. This is actually kind of like a nod to from my first album to the song Call It What You Want To, right? And so if you look at how I spell out, for those that don't know, it's kind of like those songs are just continuations of like just rapping
filth.
What he said.
Filth and ridiculosity.
Making up words. You know what I'm saying? Also say market promotion and consistency. Do no good being dope and not marketing yourself. Absolutely, absolutely. Let's see. Let's get back to this track. All right. So this is for those that don't know, and it's produced by the homie Von Johnson, who's just masterful producer, man. He's really dope.
Yeah, I remember going to see him at that beat down in DC.
All types of dirt. All of you think. Of course, I heard the dominance. Yeah, he's dope.
You can rot in hell, hip hop's alive and well. At least that's the word that I've heard from over thousands of my clientele. I excel very far beyond just rhyming well. Labels
I'm gonna tell you a little something when we go into the second verse.
For sale, devils aren't built for this. Watch the Godfather hell. I path the bodies eating, so my throne for those who ride and fell. It's all for the cotton now, belong in the garbage pail. Throwing stones at rich women's the only way to rock the bells. And you ain't good at nothing else, so you gotta sell. But you ain't good at this either, far as I can tell. Give it up like prom night at bomb nights. Still stay cooler than Snoop in Antarctica eating Klondikes. On any given
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Wreak havoc and make your top 5 MCs look like weak rappers. Chain get that sounding like they need practice. Take them to school and you know I really teach classes.
Hey, so look, so I'm gonna turn that joint down for a second. So the funny thing is, right, like over the years I've become more known for my introspective type of songs, right? Like some of the songs where I'm chilling are like some of the biggest records that I've done, you know what I mean? Not necessarily the punchline stuff. I came up as a battle rapper before I started doing the more introspective songs. And so, but when I was on tour in Europe, I had one fan question me. He was like, yo, like the only question, he's like, you make these great personal songs that I love so much. I just wonder why you even feel the need to still do like battle rap or like punchline type songs. And what I had to tell him, I was like, man, when you know the history of this culture, it's a very competitive like style of music. Like it's almost like sport, right? That like hip hop is like a balance of like artistic expression, but then there's a level of competitiveness that is kind of like playing a professional sport, and so you're constantly challenging others and having others challenge you to kind of push your craft forward and make yourself better. So like, I never shy away from having like a punchline heavy like battle rap esque type of song on a project, because that's all a part of the culture. That's how I came up. For me to stop doing those type of records would be me like losing my, kind of moving away from my roots. And so, I keep my sword sharp, you know what I mean? And that's all that's about. You like Germany? man, look, I love Germany. Germany was dope. I actually, for those of you who don't know, if you haven't seen the video for Follow the Master, that video was actually filmed in Germany. You know what I mean? But yeah, let's get to the next track, shall we? Try not to play the whole thing of these joints. We're about to get into a classic right now. Rap needs contact sport. Even if friendly, I feel nobody can beat me. I mean, no MC or producer or ball player or whatever does. Hold on. Or whatever he does. Look like cut it off, I'm not sure. But yeah, I feel you. You know what I mean? It's like you kind of have to have that edge a little bit just to keep yourself like just improving your skill. You know what I mean? Like for real, I don't even really make music trying to outdo other like musicians or other rappers, right? It's really like I listen to what I've done and I'm like, how can I outdo what I did last time? So at least that way I'm consistently growing, you know? But on that note, I'm gonna shut up and let the song play real quick, because this right here is...
This was my second video. I am famous.
Right.
I'm famous.
And it's story time. We gotta tell them the story after this. The barbershop joint. We got a funny story related to the song coming up in a second. Alright? Thank you for all your hard work. Hey, Charles Dickens, I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
You're gonna have to help me with the story though, because you know it's far.
I got you.
It's far. That's almost 10 years.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
It's
10 years old now.
Yeah. Thanks, Juan. I appreciate it, man. Thanks for supporting the campaign too, brother.
And if you ever see the video, this was shot at a barbershop I used to work at.
He's the guy cutting my hair in the video.
The owner didn't do anything with it. This was on MTV, and the owner didn't do nothing with the video. Who does that?
Right. Oh, I remember this track. Only saw the video for it like 4 or so years ago. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's dope that people still find it.
Where? Oh, they must have looked it up on YouTube. I was gonna say, because I know
it was still up on MTV site for a long time. Yeah, like MTV still got a few of the things I did up there. Yo, Stan with Substantial Sundays also be streamed on YouTube from now on. I've been thinking about it, trying to figure a way to, because it does so well on Facebook, I kind of want to keep doing it there, but I'd like to be able to stream it simultaneously in both places. So I guess maybe one weekend I'm gonna try to figure that out. But it's just tough because, you know, I'm answering questions, like I know it's a lot of information coming at me while I'm trying to also share information. So I'll figure it out. But you know, we'll work it out. We'll work it out. Right now I kind of stick with Facebook because Facebook I got like 21,000 plus people that follow that page, where YouTube it's like maybe 4,000 plus or whatever. So it does really well. It does extremely well on Facebook when I do it. So you know. But yeah, but I have put a few of the episodes like after they filmed, I've added them to YouTube in the past. I need to get back to doing that for sure. Alright. Hey man, once heard this song, I ended up making a whole playlist just for my shit. I appreciate that, Andrew. So look, it's story time, Sharon. So look, so this video right here. So look, I'm gonna miss a couple of y'all questions, but I'm gonna scroll back and get them. But Pete, so Shamark, right? Shamark hits me up. He's like, man, you never gonna guess what happened, man. He's like, dude, I get a phone call today.
Yes.
So he gets a phone call from a guy who's a fan of mine, right? And so I was like, that's strange.
Wait, stop.
All right.
Keep in mind, there's no connection. There's zero, like, I don't even know how this. I don't even know how this dude got my number. How he got the shop's number.
Yeah, he got the shop number.
So the dude calls the shop and asks for me.
You got turned
why did it unmute on his own?
So yeah, so he calls the shop asking for Shamark based on the fact that he saw the music video. He saw the name of the barbershop in the music video, searched the barbershop online, found the telephone number, and asked to speak to the guy, the dark-skinned tall dude with the dreads.
Yeah.
And that's how he found him.
Yep.
All of that so he could get in touch with me and speak to me about doing music together. And me to listen to his music and stuff like that.
And sent me, and this is not a diss, like we're not like this
not
was
at all. Not
really
at all.
Like I wouldn't go this far for my favorite artist.
I definitely would not.
This was probably one of the dopest kind of it was a little off-putting, not off-putting, but it was I don't want to say strange, it was different. It was a little different by the approach, but understanding what this dude's music means to people, I understand why he went through all of this. So this dude sends me like one of the longest text messages. This was not an email. This was a text message. I've never scrolled this long on one text message describing how much this man's music meant to him. It inspired him to produce. It got him through hard times. Like I'm talking about, it was a beautiful text. I was like, yo, in my mind, I'm like, all right, like this is super dope, but motherfuckers get killed every day. So I had to hit stand. I'm like, yo, so I got this message, but I don't know if I want to give it to you because I love you and I don't want you to die. I don't want him to come find you and kill you. Like I'm telling you, I'm not like this is a really dope thing. It's like I'm saying funny stuff because I'm an idiot, so I say dumb stuff sometimes. So he's like, yeah, you know, send me. We're both on the phone, like there's a lot of So he's like, yeah, send me the message, and I'll see what's up. So yeah, it was really dope. I wish whoever he is, you said you don't remember his name either.
I don't remember his name.
I hope you're watching this, and I hope you are still doing your thing. I hope you're fucking amazing right now because that was super dope.
That's love. Yeah, hey, shout out to Lounge, man. I appreciate that, man. Cool Mornings is definitely one of my favorite tracks I've done in the last few years. It was the hardest song to not put on my new album. That's a whole different story. But yeah, man, shout out to y'all. Thanks again for watching. We're not done yet, but yeah, so I made, when I knew he was able to come through tonight, I was like, yo, we got to tell that story because it's connected.
Hey, man.
Note to self, never have my homies in a music video. Hold up, what did he say? Like, he said, he's saying never to put his friends in the music. Yeah, they might try to find you. You know what I'm saying?
But hold up, though. I feel like you saying that I shouldn't have been in the music video.
No, I think what he's saying
is that's the side eye.
Right. I think what he's saying is that like if he puts his friends in a music video, they're gonna use his friends to get
to find him. Right.
Might be held.
No, but we said it was cool though.
Into your sneak this. You know what I'm saying? You know. But yeah, man. So look, this song. This is Spadicus, Spit for Fat. Are you gonna do an EP for each season? Nah, I'm probably not gonna do that.
Stan's very own Stan. That's funny.
That was hilarious. Man, I've been listening to your music since I was 14. God bless you. Hey, man, I appreciate that.
Man, he probably 15.
Right? Always keep your hater with you.
Hey, rapid fire.
Any chance of you spitting on a beat from Uyama Hiroto? How about I do you a favor, right? I'm gonna put you on. We'll see how much time we got left. Maybe I'll let y'all hear something. I already I just did a track for Uyama Hiroto's next album. It's crazy. It should be coming out later this year. It's gonna be dope. It's gonna be dope.
I think you played that joint.
Yeah. Oh man, it's a special track. Alright, so real quick about this song, Spadicus. This is another one of those songs where I was real punchline heavy. The dude that you hear talking in the background, for those of y'all who know about what's the shit called? Who know about Substantial versus Samurai Champloo? The dude who's talking in the background, that's my friend Micah Blacklight. He's a visual artist, an amazing poet, comic book artist, novelist, life coach. This dude, like an amazing human being. He's also the brother that actually did the artwork for Substantial versus Samurai Champloo. And so he's one of my biggest critics when it comes to my music and stuff outside of this brother here. And so I hit him up constantly like, yo, check out this new music I've been working on. What do you think about this? I'm thinking about doing this. Dude's a huge inspiration to me. So when I did the song, because he loves my punchline stuff too, I was like, yo, let me let him hear it, see what he think. But this one here, this is for PG.
Oh.
Shout out to Deacon the Villain.
I definitely memorized this song.
And that dude in the background talking, that's my man Jamal.
Big like, Gowdy.
Yeah, Gowdy, man. We go back to kindergarten. The dude talking on there, I know him since I was 5 years old. Looking out, D. Man, Deacon on the track. You know? Yeah, Deacon killed this beat, yo.
Born and raised in PGC, where being me was easily the hardest thing I had to do. Knuckles stayed black and blue. If your gear wasn't in style, knuckles they would laugh at you. Booking game with game, and if you're lame young is it smacking you down there? I've seen it all from robbery to murder, and all my dogs be using slang you probably never heard of, like Bush is slang for bullshit. The irony that it shares its name with the same sucker that lied to me. Beaters on some OG shit, the perfect group to ride with me. PG versus DC was like constant sibling rivalry.
Shout out to Definition. My man Definition, who's the drummer, is the one playing the organ on this track.
Take up relative C. PG got this works, can eat alive with family. I'm lucky just to share this verse, surviving the insanity. These eyes have seen some things that most people could never stand to see. That killed a little boy and brought a lot of man. It's for land over Chevrolet. Forceful soup, last CHDH, whatever hood.
Yeah, right. Louis Hills, yeah, body bags. These streams are so wholesome.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you. That's a little, it's a long track. We try to get through it because look, we already been going 50 minutes almost.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So trying to keep it at an hour, you know what I mean? As Devin the Dude feel, man. Yeah, Devin the Dude low key is one of my favorite Southern rappers, man. Yeah, look, I'm a dude who has a long list of guilty pleasure songs, like joints that are just, I think because I'm a socially conscious artist or whatever, people don't expect me to like real ignorant shit. Rolling some papers right now.
Hey,
you
hold fast. Hold fast.
Y'all would get along great.
Send the address. I'm on the way. I'm on the way.
Right. Don't self-incriminate on the internet. Hey man, I like y'all, man. Y'all a fun bunch right now. All right, so let's see. Let's go ahead to this next joint. So look, this next song I'm about to play, the Wake Up Call. Wake Up Call is one of my favorite songs on the album. A fan once asked me, they was like, yo, I've seen you live a bunch of times. You never do that song live. Fun fact, right? So the reason why I've never done the Wake Up Call live is because, yo, like my hard drive, literally right after I submitted the master for the album, my hard drive crashed. And I lost like the original files for the beats for and Algorithm produced that, so I could always get it back. But I lost the file for the beats, I lost the session for it, all of that. So I wasn't able to make a live track to perform to, and I just never badgered Algorithm to get it. But better be in a weed legal state, man. Otherwise I'm calling the cops. No snitching, no snitching. You know what I'm saying? Alright, so let's get into it. But yeah, I love this song, man. You know. This is definitely one of my favorites. He's just one of my favorite tracks on the album. I appreciate it, real. This joint though? Oh, Algorithm, man. Gotta make it dope, I know it's real hard. Mr. Robinson, this is your wake up call. Better get it together, don't take too long. Get up.
Like, this is another joint that sounds soundtracky, man. Like it belongs somewhere. Make this shit go viral, somebody.
You're a star, but you don't shine like you're supposed to shine. That's one of the many things that's been on my mind. Not enough people know that you've been on your grind. And regardless of the front, and you've been working hard for nothing. Think it's time you did something for your time pass.
This just feels like one of them songs, like you could just see like a montage of somebody doing their everyday, you know, going to the store, go from the store, you gotta go get your kids, you gotta go home, help the kids with the homework, do the homework, cook the food, like this is all playing all the whole time.
Still manage to front on your ass. It's enough to make you pick up something and blast and say the hell with it. But you didn't, you dealt with it. You need to be commended for your ongoing commitment to overcoming the odds.
Appreciate it, thank y'all.
In fact, we know it's been hard, but by believing in
The powers that be won't let this shit get viral. Preach, Andrew Bishop, preach.
Right. You know what's crazy? I tell you what's some frustrating shit, man, that happens on Facebook all the time. Like, you get messages that say, help this go viral. And I'm just like, nigga, you know I do music. You have never in your life ever sent a message with my shit in it that said, help this go viral.
Right.
And it's just like, and they send me some shit, and I'm just like, come on, dude. Hey, look, you look one. I appreciate it. Thank you, yo. Yeah, for those who don't know, my birthday was yesterday, and tomorrow, in a couple hours, actually, is my wife's birthday.
And mine was the 4th.
Yeah, Capricorns.
Cappy Caps.
Our Cap squad is deep. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man Asheru. Asheru's a fellow Capricorn. His birthday was at the end of December. My homeboy, my former manager, Asiatic Oak. Yo, the list goes on and on. A whole lot of damn Capricorns. Jamira, shout out to her. I said Shu, not Shu. Her birthday as well. All Capricorn.
Hey, who's that? Who's that say?
Intro Cap.
Hey.
Look, we gotta talk about it when we do our collab intro. You know what I'm saying? How old are you now? I am 39. You know what I'm saying? We out here.
I'm 25.
All lies. All lies.
25.
Right. Somewhere he's 25. Not in this world, though. Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate staying at 67. Yeah.
Oh.
Look good, though. I look good, though. Best looking 67 ever.
Ah.
Black don't crack unless you do it. Yo, I say that shit like once a week.
I've never heard that one before.
Yeah, I say good black don't crack unless you do crack. So don't do it.
That's good, though.
Yeah.
I'm definitely stealing that one, real one.
I appreciate it, yo. I know too many caps. I'm giving all my folks IOUs until April.
Hey, thanks, Afro-American. I can't read the last
Kieran?
part of it.
Kieran?
I think he sent me a birthday shout out. You are the MVP. If you just shouted out the random dude on the video, you are the real MVP.
I'm pretty sure it was for me, but it's cool though.
Say it was for me, so you don't.
Yo, Substantial's the rap Gandalf in the.
Oh man!
I'm gonna grow my beard out so I can do the Kill Bill joint. Do the flip my. I want to be able to flip my beard
over your
know what I'm
shoulder.
saying? Yeah, and throw my beard on my shoulder a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Shout out to De La Soul, one of my favorite rap groups of all time. Black man, get on
When you going back to Japan to perform?
You moving to Japan? Congratulations. I'm not sure, man. The industry has changed so much in Japan that, like, financially, like, I haven't done a show out there in a while because, you know, like, it's not always as good as what it used to be. I said it was for your random dude.
Yeah. I'm sorry for interrupting, but yeah. Happy birthday to me, and you are the man. I'm gonna read this.
Right.
Afro-American Kieran.
Yeah.
Everybody else just get off.
Right.
He stays.
Alright. That's what's up. Let's see. So hold on. No booty rapping. Saying it's just a human people forget. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's bound to happen. Alright. Shout out to my wife who's on that interlude. So now Pete, here's something you don't hear every day. So the song Labor Pains, another one of my favorites on here. It was definitely a song I used to do live a lot. Shout out to my brother Cyber Unique, who does the background vocals on here. Reason why, like, there's a lot of things I love about the track. Shout out to Tone Deaf. Tone Deaf actually produced this joint. Hold on, maybe this question does not fit in here, but I hardly searched the lyrics to No Days Off with the other guys. I can't remember if I ever sent it to them. I definitely got it typed up somewhere, so I'll talk to them and see if they want to post it. But yeah, I can definitely, that can be arranged. If you send me a reminder, like somewhere or whatever, I'll try my best to make sure I post those at some point. Yeah, so alright, let me see.
That little part right there, though. Finish my every tense muscles. Oh,
yeah. I try. Thank you, sir. When it comes to you creating, what's something you begin with? So I'm definitely an artist that begins with music most times. Like every now and then I'll have like concepts that come to mind, but a lot of times I don't develop those concepts further until I find music. I'm definitely a dude who like rapping isn't just rapping to me. Rapping is really instrumentation, you know what I mean? Which just happens to have words. And so like I really kind of think of myself, like when I don't use melody, I'm thinking like a drummer does. I'm thinking like a percussionist. Trying to, like, I think earlier in my career I was thinking more like a poet, where I was less concerned about intricate flows and doing certain rhythms and cadences, and I was more concerned with lyrics. And then as I started to get better with my craft, I started to be equally as concerned with with lyrics and with flow, delivery, cadences and stuff like that. And there's different lines, like Busta says it. Busta got a line where he says, "My flow got so much rhythm it substitutes the drummer." Like, I love that line. You know what I mean? Like, and it's funny when you look at rap, when it's written on sheet music, or like as sheet music, it's written like percussion a lot of times. You know what I mean? And so when I develop my rhymes, how I start, I get the music, and I get music like this, and I scat to it. I record scat tracks or whatever, and because I engineer, I'll loop the scat track in different sections, and literally have like a 2-bar section just play over and over again, sometimes 10-20 minutes at a time, until I get lyrics that fit that flow perfectly, because I like it. You know what I mean?
And peep the what's the word, when the emphasis on the scat. Like, I've heard him say scat, like everybody keep asking for suggestions and tips. He keeps saying scat. So I would have to say that that's probably a very important aspect to being able to ride beats like fucking C-Dudes.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you. Shout out to the Obnoxious Network. I appreciate the love, man. Algorithm's a beast. Algorithm is definitely probably, I would probably say he's the top 3 of the producers I worked with in terms of like my level of like enjoyment, like working over his music, in terms of how dope I think he is. The crazy thing is, of all the dudes I work with who are like super known, like Al, I feel like is just as good, if not better, than most of these dudes. And I'm not barring anyone from that conversation. All due respect to Nujabes, all due respect to No and Odyssey and all of these other dudes. But yo, what's dope about Al can give you something that's as good as any of those dudes or better. And the crazy thing is, unlike those dudes, Al barely does beats part-time. Barely does beats part-time. Like, the dude is a real live, like, visual artist, website developer, like an amazing illustrator. The dude's like, he's a graduate from Cooper Union, like the top art school in the country. This dude makes beats because he likes making beats and does it in his spare time, and makes beats that are way better than what like some dudes who have like successful careers making beats. So shout out to Algorithm. How do you find you in your music? It's funny, I never really have to look for me though. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's not something like it's, and I guess you mean like find your voice. I think well, let me say it different. I'll say this. Kind of what happened, I think, so there was a point like where I kind of had to discover what my voice was going to be in music. And I think along the way it switched. Like, there was one time where like it was more emphasis on battle rap. And then after I put my first album out and I saw that people were gravitating to my personal songs far more than my battle stuff and all of that. He got to check on his son, you know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, man, I feel like, you know, when I started to kind of notice what aspects of my life and stuff that I was sharing on record that people appreciated more, I started to kind of be like, all right, maybe let's dive a little deeper into that. Let's share a little more of that and let's see how much people really do appreciate it. And so I guess yeah, man, that's I guess that was part of the process of finding my voice musically. But these days it's really like I mean, certain things just kind of strike me, and then I'm like, damn, let's do something with that. But it's not really, I don't spend a lot of time kind of overthinking that part of it. I just know at this point that, yo, it's just best to come from the heart, so I do that. You know what I mean? So, let's see. I missed a couple comments, so give me J Soul and Odyssey, the other two maybe. Yeah, J Soul is dope as hell as a producer and vocalist. So is Odyssey. Seeing you perform in San Diego back in July was a dream come true. Hopefully you perform in Japan soon. I hope I get back there soon. I love it out there, but we'll see. Probably Marcus D in there. Oh yeah, Marcus is definitely one of the dopest I work with. But what I'm saying, I guess the point I was really doing, I wasn't trying to exclude anybody. It was just more trying to explain the fact that Algorithm, if I didn't tell people that Algorithm did beats part-time, and when I say part-time, I really mean a quarter of the time, because people say part-time and they kind of mean like half the time. Yeah. Algorithm barely makes time to make beats in some cases because his workload is so crazy with the visual art stuff he does. And this dude, you hear his beats, like, I mean, listen, I saw Algorithm win a beat battle that consisted of, here we go, what's my man named Henry, something Henry, that is from here, that produces for Fabulous. He smashed that dude in the battle. He smashed, shout out to my man K Murdoch, who's super dope. K Murdoch got put out. Odyssey got put out. He also beat Best Kept Secret, Wale's producers. They got put out. Dog.
Been all over
and I'm thinking, and there's at least 4 people I'm not thinking of right now. Algorithm put all of these dudes out of that battle. All of them. And it was just like, and this wasn't even his best stuff. This was just stuff he just put together for that joint. And again, this is a dude who does not spend most of his time making beats. So the amount of talent that dude possesses, considering it's not his main thing, it's phenomenal. It's beyond phenomenal. So don't get it twisted. Like, I love Marcus, I love Nujabes, I love Odyssey, I love all these dudes. I think they're great musicians. But like, there's something to be said about the dudes who just do this in their spare time, and they barely have spare time, and they're just as good as some of these dudes. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? So definitely, if y'all aren't familiar with the Stuyvesants, look up the Stuyvesants, because he's the main producer for the Stuyvesants, and his partner does the digging and finds the samples. Listen to a couple of them Stuyvesants albums and get back to me and understand that that dude does that in his spare time. Okay? So anyway, let's play this joint real quick. We almost done. All right, QT. QT is the most streamed song.
Check on my man.
All right, yo, do your thing.
I keep hearing noise.
Do your thing. So QT is the most streamed song from this album, which is crazy. Let's see. Basically, Algorithm is a genius. Absolutely, absolutely. I say cats need to set their price and live their life. Cost of living and everything went up. Music gotta go up in price. That's real. I was wondering who came up with the idea for sign language. We get into that next. Who's your favorite modern mainstream rapper? Still a huge Kendrick fan. I dig J. Cole as well. I'm digging. I
heard that question.
What was it? I like Jordan Lucas a lot. I think he's dope. I'm feeling JID. Jid's dope. It's a couple dudes who, like, you know, I put in rotation.
I'm gonna throw a couple in there. Saba, Smino, Earth Gang. Bam.
Right. Yeah, Saba's dope too. Yeah. Kind of off topic, but have you heard Brockhampton's? Nah, I haven't heard it yet.
I've heard it.
I gotta check it. You're the second person to tell me something, but hold up. Hit me when I can speak it so we can hook up and meet in the whatever spot you frequent, so we can just spend the weekend and sneaking and creeping, no sleeping, keeping the furniture squeaking, headed on what the teaching. In other words, all I'm needing is you to hear what I'm speaking, so we can hook up. My favorite song to do live from this album. QT was absolutely about my wife. All right. What did he say? Styles won?
No, you talking about the people I just named? Saba, S-A-B-A, Smino, S-M-I-N-O, and Earth Gang, like Earth and Gang.
Yeah.
I'm talking about Raw, all of them.
Yeah, they're dope. They're definitely dope.
Oh, and Earth Gang is signed to Dreamville also. JID brought them on to Dreamville. So if you like JID, you like Cole and Dreamville, you will love Earth Gang.
Yeah, Earth Gang's dope. So just a quick reminder, this is on vinyl. That happened. Some of y'all helped make that happen. I like singing along to a lot of your albums, but this one is
right.
Hey.
Right.
So Barry, so Pete. So all right, so like I just released hey Peace, what's going on Crown Otaku. So Pete, so this track, how it came about, it was originally produced by my man Oak, and the original beat had this part in it was like, and it only came in during the hook. And so I was like, man, it'd be interesting to do a chorus that's extremely hard to say, but it's rhythmic enough where it's catchy, right? And then follow it with something that's like some call and response. So that way, even if they can't grasp the hook, they can appreciate the illness of the hook, and then that call and response that follows the hook kind of pulls them back in and sings along. So that was my line of thinking when I did it. But back to it, him and one night go speaking so we could hook up a meeting at whatever spot you frequent, so we could just spend the weekend and sneaking and creeping, no sleeping, keeping the furniture squeaking, handling what you're teaching, and all my other needing. I messed up right there. Yeah. I'm slipping. Look, I'm off duty. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. So let's get into it. So someone asked about sign language, so we're gonna go to that real quick. Can't wait, mine should arrive any day now. It just landed in Canada. That's what's up, Juan. Make sure you post some great pictures with it, man. All right? I don't even have words. Right. Hey, initially when I came up with the hook, I didn't have words either. Shout out to Pack and Film.
Got to save his homework. Now he's really heated, blood boiling, heart racing, looks around. That's Tracy got told her not to move. She must have caused a power outage, screams out the window for
so we're gonna talk about the concept.
Yeah, you've got to talk about the concept to this, because this is really complicated.
Yeah.
That was coming from the wrong direction. Driver jumps out the car, left the engine running, jetted up the block, screaming something. Don't worry, mom, I'm coming. Crowd starts to gather, cops make it to the scene, and the traffic lights still ain't flash, yellow, red, and green. Paramedics in the ambulance trying to save a patient, and it really
shout out to Algorithm again, Tone Deaf with the co-production.
Nothing they can do to stop it, then the shot by a fucking crowd.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Yeah, Pac does kill it. There's actually like a type video, like with Pac's lyrics and stuff, that was made by a fan, just of his first verse in the song. Yeah. This and Lucky are my two favorite E-Fam songs. Thank you, man. Appreciate that, man. I've heard where Tone got outshined. His verse was great. But saying, oh man, thank you. I appreciate it. Man, I'm truck driving. It's killing me. Missing stretches while I drive, while I deliver. I appreciate you banging in there, Chad.
Right.
Yeah, man. We need music like this on the radio. It's all good.
Not gonna happen.
Right, but you know where to find it, and that's what counts. You know? So, Pete.
Hey, let me say something about that right quick. So there is never a time, like when people say that music, I used to be the same type of person. Music like this should not be on the radio, and it should not be easily available to people. Have you ever found anything that is worth anything sitting right out in the open? Never. There's never anything that you need, anything that's just sitting right there waiting for you to come get it. Anything that's worthwhile, you have to dig and you have to purvey, you have to do the work for that shit. So you don't ever want this on the radio. You want to find this, you want to find gems in the deepest, darkest crevice, because those are the dopest, shiniest, most sparkly gems. Fuck the radio. Shit's trash anyway. I'm done.
Right. And then his son walks in the room.
They're probably in your pants. You want to come say hi to the camera since you keep...
Yeah,
say hi to the people.
Peace. Say peace. Now you gotta say peace. Say peace. Hey, with the peace sign. There you go, my man.
They're probably in your pants.
So look, Louis Hills asked me if I could do an album working with Dilla or Madlib, with them two, like either one of those two making all the beats. Jay Dilla's hands down my favorite producer of all time, so I'm gonna say Dilla. But I'd absolutely not be mad at doing a full project with Madlib. That's a no-brainer. Yo, you ever heard of Milo or Bus Driver? Of course, yeah, I'm familiar with Marty Hip.
I ain't never heard of Milo or Bus Driver.
Yeah, I've heard of Milo. I'm more familiar with Bus Driver though. Hold on 1 second. Let's catch up with some of these.
Man, go back up. Somebody heard my comment. I always like to see that shit. Fact, yeah.
Right. Man's going full sermon on us. I love it. Be right back, grabbing my Bible.
Yeah, fuck yeah. People are listening to me, not stand me. Yeah. That's like,
hey, said Lucky was also an awesome E-Fan collab. Thank you, man. Missed session though. Yeah, me too, man. Session's on. Mic drop.
Did you ever tell the story? No, I guess that's
I want the gems in the light. I want the gems in the light. Otherwise, how can you tell the shine is legit? Touche. You saying it's me? I see your point. I see your point. You know what I'm saying? Hey, little man. Alright. I wasn't here at the beginning for the stream, but did you talk about how you came up with the album cover? I did not. I got you. We're gonna cover that too. Boom, boom, boom. Yes, all of them are dope. Hey guys, just join. This is awesome song he's got going in the background. So this song right here is from the album called Sacrifice. The song's called Sign Language. So here's a quick explanation of the song. So EFAM, if you haven't noticed, and for those of you who don't really listen to a bunch of EFAM stuff, EFAM is like basically the goal of EFAM when we created it was to take the idea of the posse cut and constantly push it as far as it could go. So that's why when you hear EFAM songs, they're never just regular like rapidy rap songs. They're always these elaborate concepts. So this one, when I stepped the tone, I was like, yo, I like the idea of the movie Sign Language, where it's like there's all of these things happening in this world around us, right? And they seem like they're not connected and we're just sharing random things. But as we develop it further and further, we start connecting all of these random incidents and basically show you how ultimately, you know, we're all connected in some way, shape, or form, and there's really a bigger message that's heading your way. And it's really like, is your mind open or your eyes wide? Like, try and focus, follow the signs. And so it's, in my experience in life, there's been things that have happened where it's like I start questioning all types of things. And then one day something else happens and it adds clarity to something else in my life that happened. And I'm like, wow. You know what I mean? It's just like, yo, it just makes you look at it. You start overanalyzing a lot of different things that have happened to you. Like, maybe that's like, look at it this way. The song It's You, I talk about like 3 different girls that I met and how I thought they were the one. But the funny thing is, if I really bought into that concept all the way and we never broke up, then I never would be like, you would never have a song like QT. You know what I mean? Because I never would have met my wife. I wouldn't have 2 beautiful daughters. I wouldn't have a lot of different things. So if those relationships didn't fail, right? I didn't pay attention to the different signs that kind of showed me that it was time to move on from those things. I'd never be in the position I am now with the foundation I have around me and stuff. So, you know, I mean, that's kind of what that song deals with, you know? All right, let's see what I missed. Full project with Kokai would be amazing. Absolutely, Kokai is my brother, man. One of the most inspirational dudes I work with. Hood Hope. Look, hold on. Hood Hope, let me tell you something. That song, when Steph sent me her vocals and then Tone sent me the final mix, I literally cried. Like, because I knew it was the last song on the album. Yeah. And like when it was going off, like, man, I was leaking. I was like, I remember where I was when I listened to the mix. I was literally driving down 50. Not too far from where you live now. I was driving down 50 on my way, I think, to my mom's crib out in Glen Burnie when she was living out there. And I just remember pressing play, sent the joint, I brought it up on my phone and played it. And just was like, yo, my wife was next to me. She was like, how you feel? And I was like, yo, the album's done. Like, that's it. You know what I mean? So this track was really special to me. I think the name maybe threw people off, but I feel like it's probably one of the most underappreciated songs I've ever done.
Peep the hook.
Yeah.
Peep the hook.
Yeah. The hook says, I give hope to folks just like you and yours, so watch me, nothing can stop me. Yeah. Funky DL is dope. Funky DL and I are actually planning on doing some more work together along with Systar and Marcus D. Y'all stay tuned for that.
I've seen many things over the years, even shared many dreams with fam, friends, and peers, and it seems that life is hardly ever fair. Making clean living nearly impossible and rare. When I was younger and that hunger for more, crept through the door, knock sounded like shots for the shore. But it fucked with me for, but now I know it was the push I needed. I wish
one more track after this and then we done, y'all.
I gotta be that light that shine, minus the strength and crime. Keep the struggle in mind when I write these rhymes, because the dudes in my hood, they get back me for nothing.
Ice Killer, I'm not sure, but it's possible.
I'm gonna represent until they bury me in harmony, cemetery where I can lay the rest with my properties properly.
Honey B still running?
I don't know. Like, we're friends online, but I haven't seen her post anything recently. Thank you, man. even if you don't have a record player, I mean, that's
It's
a pretty
pretty.
cool cover.
It's pretty.
You know what I mean?
Hang that on your wall. I might do a shot of that joint before it's all said and done.
Shout out to my man Reggie and Steph, who both sing on that. Who was it? Hold on. As a hip hop fan, a lot of times I listen to the outro first, just as a rule of thumb. Both songs, they were sequenced together. Yeah, right. Track straight fire. Thank you, Juan. I appreciate it. Last time you Sice got on the track together, my head exploded a little bit. Not ready for that kind of dopeness. That's the point. Chaz, we trying to just smash heads around the world. That's what, you know what I'm
Like
saying?
the purple smoke from what was that movie? Huh? Yeah. Yeah.
So-
What's that movie? It just was out with the fighting British people.
Oh yeah,
Kingsman, like the first Kingsman.
Yeah. Right. All that.
I messed the joke all the way up.
Right.
So it's done.
Right.
He doesn't even know the movie he's
tried.
talking about. He's shooting and he's not hitting the rim.
Right. So look, man, we're gonna get into this last one, but like before we get to this last
you
track,
said you were going to explain
yeah,
the
that's
artwork.
what we're gonna do. So look, so Pete, greetings from Germany. Sadly, I must say bye. That's all good. I'll listen to you next day. Wait, man, that's what's up. I appreciate the love. Thank you for hanging with us this long. So look, real quick, the album cover right here. So the album's called Sacrifice. A lot of y'all know, like, you know, I have like a close relationship with all things in Japanese culture.
What was
You
your
know what I'm
first
saying?
rap name, dog?
My first rap name was Confucius. The funny thing is, it's a terrible rap name. Terrible rap name. I got the rap name Confucius because when I would drink a little bit, like I'd be one of those dudes that get a little deep, like, and when everybody else ain't really trying to be deep, so I be that guy in the room.
You still that dude.
I'm still that guy. Yeah, I just don't drink. And
you
so
still Confucius.
So when I would do that, the homies be like, "Yo, fucking Confucius over here," like, you know what I mean? That was the random joke that they would say anytime I did that, and so that ended up being my rap name for a minute, right? And so anyway, when I did the cover, when I knew I wanted to do the second album, I had this idea of kind of dressing somewhat like a samurai, not exactly, but basically having a mic and a pen as my sword or whatever.
I wonder how many people didn't notice that.
Yeah, so it's a microphone there. That's the actual mic that I was recording with up until I was recording with this same mic, which was gifted to me from my former manager, Ope. Shout out to him. This mic, I think, is almost 20, no, it's over 20 years old now. But yeah, I was using this mic from Sacrifice all the way through. When did I stop using it? I think I stopped using it right before I did Winter Breaks. So yeah, so I was using this mic from at least 04, maybe 03 actually. From like 03 all the way to 2014. So I got a lot of mileage on that microphone. But so the whole point of the cover is me performing seppuku, you know what I mean? Like where, like, you know, they would disembowel themselves. And so basically sacrificing myself to keep my honor. And so this music, you know, is a constant sacrifice, and you know, yeah, man. Hold on one second, missed a couple comments. Man, I'm glad to see you live like this, man. Keep up the awesome work. Thank you. Hope to see you in Indonesia, sub. I hope I can make it out there someday. Would love it. Let's see, that's a dope concept. Thank you, Chaz. Jose says, I must say you're a total genius, man. Thank you. Your music is so honest and true that it becomes impossible to not feel it in your soul, man. Your music helped me through hard and obscure times. Hey, thank you, brother. I appreciate it, Jose. Dan, the mic
so
is
many
older
people
than me.
that have that same that same commentary, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Thank
I'm just your friend,
right?
And that shit is cool. But like, yo, that shit is fucking like. You like, I hear this man rapping. It's like, yeah, this nigga can rap. I mean, I should not the N word,
right?
Not the N word. But this brother can rap his ass off. Like, yeah, he can rap, great. Like he's deep, conscious, everything. But I can't say that I've ever, like, I'm gonna be honest, I've never felt what you all feel. That is amazing, man. Like, to know that he has helped people through hard times like that is crazy. This is just Stanley Robinson to me. Like, that is crazy, man.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you, man.
That's dope as shit, man.
Hey,
like,
man,
that
like
is
y'all too, man.
that's like the
Appreciate it.
normal commentary. Like, you've helped me through a lot of hard times. Like, damn, like, this, you didn't do anything for me. You don't do nothing for me. Help me through some hard times. That's cool,
all this
man.
nigga do is give me a free vinyl. You know what I'm saying? That's
I
about
don't
it.
want to hear your music. Save my life. Help me. That's real cool, man.
I appreciate y'all, man. Look, hold on. It says, maybe you'll notice when the vinyl comes. Absolutely. One last question. What anime y'all like? I'm more of the anime head than him, but
I'm still on Akira, dog.
yeah,
That's still my favorite joint.
Akira's
Akira
a
and
classic.
Vampire Hunter D is all I
Yeah,
got.
Vampire Hunter D is a classic too. I'm trying to think. What's the most recent one I've watched? Damn, yo, it's I would say one of my favorites in recent years. I like that show Gangster a lot. I love the idea of
That's an anime?
yeah, it's an anime called Gangster. And what's dope is, like, for those of y'all who haven't seen it, one of the lead characters, he's a dude who's deaf. And it's dope because he speaks, but his words are muffled, so they have the subtitles or whatever, so you can really understand what he's saying. And it's just dope. I love the concept behind it. I'm gonna rewind this track real quick, just because I ain't really give an explanation about it, and we gotta wrap up. All
Hey,
right.
Love Real One.
Let me see.
I am random beanie dude. So whenever I show up, I guess I'm just gonna have to wear a beanie.
Right. The same people who made Samurai Champloo made Gangster. Wow, I didn't know that. Good looking out. See, look, it's like I knew without knowing. The studio produced some of my favorites. Yeah, now they make some dope joints. Check out the Black Lagoon. That anime is dope. I heard about that joint. Was the last? Oh wow, damn! I didn't know that. That hurts my heart a little bit. Always looking out. All right, so Pete. All right, so look. Last story to kind of give y'all. So this particular track here, this was Sacrifice, the actual song. It's really a bonus cut. He gotta hang in. Yeah. Yeah. So Pete. So you gonna wave real quick? So my daughter gonna wave and say hi.
Hello.
All right.
And here comes the big face.
Right.
Gotta be back in there.
Right.
They can't even see you, man.
Right.
Lean your head back.
There you go.
Old milk dud.
Bong. There you go. So look, last story for the road, and then Olu gonna say peace, and then we gonna break out. So look, so Pete, so this song right here, song Sacrifice. So at the end of it, you hear Kool Herc come on, right? The song's produced by Algorithm as well. So Kool Herc, the way I met him was through my wife's professor and mentor, Miss Adrienne Jones, who's an amazing artist, an amazing professor. And so basically, she heard we were looking for a DJ for our wedding. And my homeboy DP1, shout out to him from the Plague, he couldn't do it anymore. So she was like, yo, I can holler at my boyfriend. And anytime someone says that, you're like, I think I'm good. I think I'm gonna pass.
Why is he moving by itself?
Yeah, you see it moving? That's us. It's a little delay. But so anyway, she tells us who her boyfriend is. She's like, yeah, my boyfriend's Kool Herc. And I'm like, whoa, did you just say? And then she passes me the business card, and it says DJ Kool Herc. And my wife is like, I know that name. I'm like, he's a legend. That's why you know that name.
Man, it's basically hip hop.
And so a couple weeks later, we at her place. We at their place breaking bread, actually having baked beans that she made for us. That were delicious. And I'm just kicking it with him when I'm walking through this hallway and I'm seeing all of these things. This Herc right here. Hold up. You gotta rewind that. Cause it's like you got the father of hip hop, or one of the fathers.
People leave too. So
Alright. So we're gonna say peace with Herc right here.
Herc, y'all. I'm the elusive one. The one you hear so much about. See different pictures of me, but never see the real picture of me. And I'm out of one man substantial, you know what I'm saying? Sacrifice, man, I'm still making sacrifice right now. You know, I was glad to be here, man.
Yo, like that moment was, it was really, really cool, whatever, to have him come through the crib and do that, especially considering it was done in like my little makeshift studio that I flipped out of a closet, you know what I mean? But yeah, man. So that's it. That's the show for the evening. I thank y'all, man. Thank y'all so much for the support over the years. 10 years sacrifice. Shout out to Q&5 Music. Shout out to Open Entertainment. My good friend Sean Williams. Shout out to Pac, Tone, all of the Plague. Shout out to my DMV fam, my man Sherm for sitting in with us and stuff. You know,
just call me Random Beanie.
Random Beanie. That's it. So hey man, y'all are welcome, man. Sorry if I missed any of y'all questions. Please do me a favor, if you haven't picked up your copy yet, you might want to get this sooner than later. There are not a lot of copies of this left. And once they sell out, it's probably going to be gone for a very long time. So there should be a link in the description. I'll add another one right now in the comments so y'all can check it out. But thank y'all for the support, man. Love y'all. Have a good night. All
Peace, everybody.
Where do I get one? Oh, yeah. So look, I'll just say it real quick, but you'll find a link in a minute. You can pick it up at substantial.bandcamp.com. Oh, look, he almost kicked the camera down. Substantial.bandcamp.com. Here's the link for you right here. Bang, bang.
They sent you in here because everybody's going to sleep. I'm about to go home.
There we go.
Okay.
I got you right here. So here's the link where you can pick it up. Just copy and paste that joint and you should be good money. I appreciate y'all so much, man. Thank y'all for tuning in, and y'all have a good night, all right? So on that note, we're going to go ahead and end
it. What's the tribe joint? What's the tribe joint? Oh, how did that joint? I can't remember anything right now.
All right,
what's the something? Peace.
Right.
What was that tribe joint?
I can't remember.
Somebody knows what I'm talking about. Somebody remembers that tribe exit. It was what? Oh, so what happened to Peace?
That's not Tribe. That's Rakim. That's why.
That was Rakim?
Yeah, that was Eric B. and Rakim.
Oh,
yeah.
Man, I'm all wrong.
See what I'm saying? It's like he got me wondering why I don't know it. I'm like, I'm a Tribe fan. How do I not know this? I should be ashamed of myself. Hey man, I appreciate y'all for hanging in this long with me. But yeah, man, gotta run. Y'all have a good one. Peace, y'all. Let me go ahead and shut that joint down.